No matter what happens, what you decide that matters is all that matters. It's the meaning you give to life's events that becomes the lens through which you see everything. That lens shapes your emotions, your thoughts, your actions. It ultimately steers the direction of your life. Our job is to choose the meanings wisely, boldly, and with an intention, because the meanings you assign things, they create your life. And so it was interesting. Gene and I have been watching the show Shrinking, and it's about a group of psychologists or psychiatrists, and how one of them's wife was killed in a car accident. And the meaning he gave to that car accident really screwed up his life and the life of those around him. And it's wondering how it, and I'm watching how it unfolds. And then yesterday, Gene and I were driving to go do a therapy together. And we're driving, and all of a sudden, a car hits us out of nowhere. Our car goes spinning. I pulled away as much as I can. I lessened the impact once I felt it. And then we hopped over a curb and another curb, and then we settled down. We came to a stop. We looked at each other. We said, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay." Took a couple deep breaths, got out of the car, looked at the car. The person who hit us drove around, came up next to us, was an 18-year-old young man. Didn't even see us. Pulling out of a parking lot, just turned, drove right into our rear driver's door and passenger side. And then Gene and I went through the process of exchanging information with him. His father came. We talked with him. We then went back and went to do our therapy. After therapy, we drove down to the collision center, got an estimate. I took care of filing the claim, sending the estimate, doing all the responsible things. And then I had to settle in, had to deal with what happened and how it was going to shape me. And I realized before dinner, I wanted to get some rolls for dinner. And I was hesitant to go out and drive. It was raining. I was hesitant to go out and drive. And then I said, "Hold on. You're not afraid of driving. Why are you letting this event hit you? Why are you letting this event bother you?" So I got in the car and I drove. And I came home. And I shared with Jean that feeling, and she says, "I understand." Because when an event happens, and it's a traumatic event being hit, I mean, there's a lot of damage. The car could be totaled, and it doesn't look like it could be totaled. It's very drivable, but the way insurance works now, it could be totaled, which means we'd have to get a new car. So all those things are going on. And then I just basically said, "Gene, it's what happened. And now we deal with it." In other words, it's accepting what is, and deciding, does this really matter? And this morning, when both of us, when she came down for meditation early this morning, we looked at each other and we looked and said, "How are you doing?" I said, "I'm okay." She said, "She's okay." And we said, what a great gift it was, because we get to experience not being attached to an event, not being attached to the car, what happens to the car, how we move forward, but to be really attached. We're alive. And we get to continue to experience life. And this is part of it. And you see, when you teach, the universe gives you things to practice with. Not what I would have chosen. And that's where the law of attraction doesn't let you know. There are things that are going to be happening and you have no control over, except how you deal with them, how you decide what really matters in the face of something that you don't want. I share this with you, not for you to feel sorry for me in any way, shape, or form. We're fine. But rather, I share this with you so maybe I can be a light, a tiny example into whatever's going on in your life, so that maybe you try to make a new decision in how you see things and choose what really matters in your life. With that, everyone, make it a great day. And if you feel so called, share this with anyone you think might benefit from this message. Much love and aloha.